Alright, you tubadors, we are cooking stuffed bell peppers today, and I'm also making cabbage rolls with them because they have the same ingredients. I've got the bell peppers in boiling water for a few minutes to blanch them, whatever you call it, and if you don't do this, they're too tough to eat. And I'm going to get this meat mixed up, and then I'll come back, that way my hands ain't all gunky. I've got a couple of cameras going, so we're going to try to make this a little better experience video wise. So I'll be back once I mix this meat up and we'll go from there. Out of the kitchen, Rooster. Out of the kitchen. Get out of that. Get out of that way. Get. Alright, I'm going to try not to get in front of the cameras. That's going to be unavoidable. The kitchen's only so big. I am making stuffed peppers and cabbage rolls, and I always make them together because it's the same ingredients. Again, peppers were very expensive. I did get some on sale, and I mean, the problem was they weren't big enough. You can either cut them in half or cut the tops off. I always cut the tops off, and then there's enough meat on the tops you can ground up or chop up and put in the meat. But I got a couple of different kinds. I'm going to put it in this little pan because the cabbage rolls will take up this whole pan. There's 4 pounds of meat, so let's get started. I've got this bowl, I've got cheddar cheese mixed in. Now what we got in here is ground beef, cut up onions. I took the tops and I cut up the green peppers and the red peppers and yellow peppers and mixed them in there. We got about 2 cups of rice. I got 3 eggs. I mixed all this as one batch. And just mixed it all together. I wanted to get to this point because there's a lot of hand washing. There's a lot of hand dirtying. This way I can start making them. Very easy to make, it's just a little time consuming. We're going to start by just grabbing the meat, and they may not all fit in there, and just packing it in the peppers. Just get them packed in there real tight. They're just basically mini meatloafs. I like to mound them over a little bit. Let's go down in there. Pack them down in there real good. Now yes, I do plan to freeze a bunch of this. The peppers I'll probably eat in a couple of days, but the cabbage rolls, freeze them in about, I don't know, 5-6 to a pack container. Makes a good little tasty lunch. Get in that meat, get in that pepper, get up in there. Now I got a big old bowl of scraps for the chickens. They're gonna like them. Mound them up. I gotta make sure I get the lid on. I'm gonna make a couple of them with cheese in them. Of course, I got the cheese package out. This rooster had to get in there. Stuff that dude. Stuff it. Alright, I'm gonna put the lid on that and put it aside. We're gonna start on the, because we're gonna cover this with tomato sauce before it goes in the oven. I'm gonna go ahead and preheat the oven. I gotta move this camera for a second, guys. Gotta get my cast iron skillets out of the oven. That's where I start. Get out of there, cast iron. Get out of there. And I'm gonna heat it up to 375. Don't know what that means. Alright, oven's preheating. Now, let me make some room. Not doing too well here. It's a very small kitchen. Alright. Get that camera there. There I am. Hey, if any orbs come in and try to eat my food, I'm going to be angry. This one here don't look too... Let's raise that up. How's that? Alright, let's get busy on the time-consuming part. Alright, got me a piece of cabbage. Generally I'd throw that piece out, but I'm gonna keep it. You just get you a piece, depending on how big your cabbage is. I really need a plate. Hands dirty. Scoot that down, y'all. Coming through the camera. Get my toothpicks. You're gonna need toothpicks. Let's just pour a bunch of them dudes out. Alright, you're just gonna roll that meat up. Stab it. Put it in the pan. And you gotta cut the cabbage, or the top off the cabbage and boil it, obviously. This is a pretty big cabbage, so the leaves are good. That ain't the best of doing this. Stab it. Get in there. They're gonna be packed in pretty good. Okay, we'll probably go to time lapse about right now. Alright, let me get up here on a better. So, didn't come out as many as I thought. So I may take a few peppers and put in there. Fill up that space right there. Focus. Alright. There we are. And then we're gonna pour the sauce over the tops of them. Let's get that part going. Here's my sauce. I've already got my spices in it. And we're just gonna pour some of that on there. Save a little for the peppers. I'm curious to see, because I know peppers are cooked best in these roasting pans. Not that. Hopefully I don't overflow. Look here, I got a spatula. Well, I'm gonna cook these probably a little over an hour, maybe a little longer. And there we have it. I think that lid, see, that's what's nice. I'll tell you what, now that we got room, let's put a little cheese on there. Me and Rooster, we like cheese. Now, I grew up eating these. My grandfather made them a lot. My mother made them. My grandmother made them. Well, my grandfather made them. She wouldn't let nobody else make them. But you know, back in the 70s and 80s, people today will look at this food and go, wow, that's so bad for you. Well, none of us were ever fat. Not a one of us growing up. And this is the kind of foods we ate. But the difference is the food itself today, especially the meat, is not the same meat we ate. There's preservatives, fillers, we don't know what's in it. And I can tell you, it ain't good for you. So, now my body's at the point where I can't exercise, so I'm still wanting to eat. what I enjoy. So, you know, what are you gonna do? And if you're short of sauce, I do got an extra can of sauce, and I forgot to add Rotel, which I've never done. You can just add a little tomato juice over the top. That's what I had on the bottom. Add it in there. Helps it cook. Alright, stove's reheated. Put this in the oven, and we'll be back when it comes out. Alright, let's take a peek. Please excuse the dog barking. They're having a funeral across the street at the church, and the neighbor's dog and Libby are going nuts. I had to put her up. Oh, look at them cabbage rolls, man. Been in about an hour, 20 minutes or so. Look at them dudes. That's good. Then cover them back up. I made me some smashed potatoes. Got a couple of dinner rolls in the oven. And where's my pot holder? Over here. Here's our peppers. Oh, can you smell them? Can you smell them? Let me get some of these dished out on a plate, and I'll be back. Boy, they smell good. Here we are, folks. Oh, look at that. That's much more than I'm going to eat, but I had to show off. Look at that pepper. Probably cooked them a little too long, but they're going to be good. Got smashed potatoes, get me a dinner roll there with some butter up in there. My stuffed peppers, or my stuffed cabbage. My stuffed pepper, that needs a little juice on top. Then I got a bowl of peas. And as always, ice cold milk swigged right out of the dadgum jug, because ain't nobody else lives here. And why mess up a perfectly clean glass? Well, there you go, folks. Hope you enjoyed the stuffed peppers and cabbage rolls. I know I will. All right, glad I made you hungry. All right, guys, you get some goodies. Got some cabbage, eggshells, green peppers. Get out of the way, Waddles. Look at them. I don't know if they like cabbage. We'll see. All kinds of goodies. Come on out, Thelma Lou. I know, they'll pick on you, won't they? Look at Waddles. He goes, they love those pepper pods, is what I call them, with the seeds in it. She's eating some eggshell. Everything in there is good for them. Come on, Thelma Lou, come on out of there. She's trying. Yeah, watch him pick on her. Poor girl. She's low in the pecking order. You guys quit picking on her too. I don't know her name. I ain't named her. All I know is Waddles and Thelma Lou. Get it, Waddles. Get your women in order. Control your flock, boy. All right. Happy trails. All right, folks, got a few things at the post office. So let's get into it. And then I'm going to get ready to do some cooking. You probably already watched that by now, but I haven't actually started yet. Got to do a big old batch of dishes. Alright, now this one says on the cover, Sherry, Dogman Homestead. Well, I'm not Sherry, so I don't know what this may be. Let's see. Let me see who it's from. A gift for you for flipping omelets from friends. Okay. Boy. The omelets, look here. More oh boy, these are nice. More omelets, more spatulas. You can never have too many spatulas, right? That is cool. I probably have more spatulas than anybody on the planet, but they will all get used. Thank you very much for that. That will go in my spatula box on the counter. And we got this big one here. This is from Kaylee in Pahrump, Minnesota, Nevada. I've known her mother for 20 years online. We've never met in person. And her father. So let's see what we got here. They said they were sending something. I kind of know what it is, but we won't spoil that. Alright, the dog treats are for the dogs. Well, I like dog treats too. And the lights are for the dog's graves. Oh, and the blanket is for me to stay warm. Well, isn't that cool? Let's see what we got. And that's from Kaylee. Well, look at this. You know, I looked everywhere around here, couldn't find any. Got some solar lights to put around the graves of the dogs. This one's the same. Oh, I like these kind of blankets. Look at this blanket. That's that warm fleece stuff. I like that. Rooster will like it too. Yeah. Oh, I can't find these here. Mini hot dogs. I got hot dogs. Watch this. Alright, let's get Rooster a hot dog. You want a hot dog, Rooster? What's wrong with you? I don't know. She's acting. I think she's scared of her bed today. I've got a milk bone on it. She won't go near it. I don't know. I don't know if it's wet or what. Oh, there's a couple more solar lights in there. Well, thank you very much, Kaylee. And thank you, Carlene. All right, guys. Let's get to cooking.